So I'm really enjoying myself. I'm just staying inside. I made a super cool person on Sims today. Yes, that's me. That's the rockin' life. So I'm just doing things like that. I've been reading books. I've been a tiny bit productive. I've been making songs. I've been writing them. This is the piano. If you wonder how that looks like, and this is actually, I think it's some of my Korean fans friends tell me what this is. I got it when I was in South Korea, and I just think it's so beautiful, and I haven't opened it yet. I bet I love the insides, because I heard that it's some alcoholic kind of thing, which I obviously love, so I think I'm gonna really like it, but I just think it's so pretty that I don't want to open it. And in the cups I keep little candles, and I've checked, and they can stand the heat, so it's fine. Ooh, and this is the bottle I stole from the Oscars. Look at that. They told me that this is Swarovski diamonds. I don't know what that is, but it's something. And this is Tiger Ball, because I use that a lot on my shoulders. Because when you sit on the piano, you kind of sit hinged like the hunchback of Notre Dame, which is not good for your neck. And my fellow computer gamers, you know the drill. It's very, very bad for your neck. So then I use a lot of Tiger Ball. And these are incense. But I don't have too much of them, because they make me suffocate a slightly bit. And I'm not too into the feeling of suffocating. So that's my little piano station where I'm just enjoying myself. I hope that you're doing good. Oh my god, you're writing so many things. Oh, I didn't notice. I'm so sorry. Hello. How did you get banned from Minecraft? Well, I didn't get banned. I just had to ban myself from playing it, because I played it a lot before. Not so much survival mode, mostly just creative mode, because I loved like recreating like Hogwarts, or recreating all the different fantasy cities, or like recreating the Millennium Falcon, for example, Minecraft style. I thought that was really fun, and it takes a long time, and it took from my sleeping hours, which was not good. So I had to quit. So I have to play Sims, because I think that's fun, but it's not so fun that I miss out on all my sleeping from playing it. So I can do that. And I thought I could show you a bit of my room now that you're here, so you can kind of know where I am and how it is. Kind of know, I don't know, feel like you get to know me a bit, because after all, we are all friends, aren't we? Hello. This is my mom and dad in a photo. They're really beautiful people. And this is a letter I got from a fan in Japan. It's very beautifully written. And this I got from a witch in Paris. You know who you are, and I have it over my bed. So I'm sleeping. I got this. My dad made me like a frame around my bed so I could sleep inside a cave. I'm kind of like an animal. I like to sleep inside, inside something. I feel a bit vulnerable without being wrapped in. This pillow I brought home from South Korea, and I love her, or him, probably a dude. Just look at that face. These are some of my favorite clothes. They're all mostly vintage. This Victoria has made for me. But I just love old clothes. They all smell a bit, but I just stand far away from them and I will never notice. This is my kind of witchcraft shelf. This is a mirror that Victoria got from our mother, and then Victoria gave it to me. Yes. And this is my bookshelf with like half of my books. And it was so satisfying because I decided a few days ago that I should sort out my books, which was really nice. So these are just like normal stories that has nothing to do with magic. These are really magical stories. These are really good sci-fi stories. And these are just books I enjoy. I have the Lord of the Rings book here. Oh, you have to read The Power. That's a really good book. And also you have to read The Name of the Wind and Wise Man's Fear. And also every book by Neil Gaiman. And also every book by Brandon Sanderson. They're just fantastic. Oh, I will try to turn. You know when you say, okay, boomer, I feel sometimes I am that boomer that you talk about. But yes, these are my books. I love them. I think that's why I don't have any trouble being here, because I find so many. Is there? Can I? Okay. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. I feel like it's so easy to have fun when you have books. And I know it can be hard to read. Sometimes you can't really find it in you to sit still for long enough to read, or maybe you struggle with reading. But then you can just listen to audiobooks. I love audiobooks as well. I think they're fantastic and I can listen to them forever. I love them. I often fall asleep to audiobooks. They really help with the insomnia. Just so you know. And whatever audiobooks David Attenborough have made out there also really helps for sleeping. I once had a really bad migraine on a plane and I felt like I was going to die. And then I listened to David Attenborough all the way and he really helped me through it. Yeah. But yeah, books, I really recommend reading. Because it's just, I don't know, you can live 100 lives and conquer 100 monsters and get friends, and you watch people die and you cry. Even though it's just a book, you kind of you go into deep grief, and I really like it. Books are my favorite thing. I hope you can hear me, because I don't know how. Yeah, I think you can. Oh, okay. I see a lot. What is the third book? I know! Patrick Rothfuss, you have to release your third book. But that's what happens, because writers, they write amazing books and then they get famous for writing that book and then they forget to write because they're just enjoying life a bit too much. But yeah, I hope they will release. I hope they will release. I hope he will release the last book soon. Yeah, I really hope so. But you should actually, book of the day, you should read The Power. It's by a beautiful female writer called Naomi Alderman, and it's just a great sci-fi book about like what would happen if suddenly women got a physical strength that made us kind of strength-wise superior, and what happens to the whole society, if that happens. It's a really, really exciting book. A sci-fi. It's really good. Yeah. And then this is my closet. This is my clothes. These are my kimonos, which I love. And yeah, I have this whole drawer for like my... Oh, you can see, I think, can you? I have this whole drawer for like my accessories, which are just things also that me and Victoria make, from ribbons I buy when I travel, or things I find. This was like the edge of a sock, and I got that from a fan. Hello. The edge, like the top of a sock, and I got it, and I really like to have them on my arms. Yeah, so that's kind of just, and my upper bodily clothes, some bow ties, an old hat. These were the invitations to an Oscar party that I did not attend because I don't really like staged parties. I love going to bars or to rave parties and dance and do more natural wild things. I think that's fantastic, but I don't really like the business parties. They're quite fabulous, but they're very stiff. So it's not a dream world. I wouldn't recommend dreaming about attending one ever. And one thing that I also really like is to have lavender in a bag. It smells really nice and it's very good for sleeping. Lavender kind of cold down your head, and so it's a very good thing for when you have lack of sleep. I have this also. I struggle a lot with falling asleep sometimes. I really envy the people that can just fall asleep in like 10 minutes. I always spend 2 hours falling asleep, but that's life. It's because I think much, and I always come up with the greatest ideas when I'm about to sleep, you know. I come up with all the greatest lyrics and melody lines, and I just sleep. But it's worth it. So anyway, I have this to go over my face, and it smells really nice. Approved. It smells really nice, and it's really cold, so it's just fantastic to have on your face. Yeah. These are my writing books. Some of my lyrics are in there. And deepest, darkest secrets. This is some tissue I got from a fan in the mail. I wipe my nose when I'm sick or when I cry. This is a lamp I bought from a really good lamp maker in Tokyo. It doesn't work here, but it's just so pretty, so I bought it anyway, so I could kind of just have the memory. Yeah. I think a fan made this as well. Can you see it? Yes, this is also me with some lavender, so they're definitely onto something there. And some candles. Yeah, I like lavender, and I like candles and whatever this is called. I like that too. So my room is pretty much filled with everything is things I get from you guys that I kind of just put in my room and or use things. I mostly buy everything unless Victoria makes them for me or me and Victoria makes them together. I just buy old things, used things.